Hello, my name is Joanna Couch. I am the soap gal. In this episode, it's going to be the bomb. Yes, we are not going to talk about soap today. We are going to talk about the bath bomb. And we are going to use Jason's multi-press to make 16 2.5-inch bath bombs at a time. Now that is the bomb. What the size of this bath bomb looks like is this, about the size of a tennis ball or a little smaller than a baseball. So let's get right to it. So once you decide that you want to make bath bombs, you have to find a great recipe. Jason at Bath Bomb Xpress is a great resource. They have so much information on their Facebook page about bath bomb recipes and how to mix colors and fragrances. They are very, very helpful. So you can go there and find a great recipe. I'm not going to talk about my recipe in this episode, but I will give you a link to that one because this is a private label order and you know it's their recipe. But I will give you that link. So when you first start to make bath bombs, one of the main ingredients is baking soda. When you receive your baking soda, it has a lot of clumps in it a lot of times because of the moisture. I purchased my baking soda from Natural Soda, and I will put links in where you can find that as well. So I think I pay $22 for a 50-pound bag. So once you get that, I have this shifter, and I finally, get all the lumps out of this whole bag. So this is definitely a project that if you have children, you can put them to work. So after you do that and get nice and fine, you do the same with your citric acid, okay? So you have your baking soda and your citric acid. The other ingredients that I use is a light oil. So what is a light oil? It would be apricot kernel, almond, soybean, sunflower, safflower. Those are all light oils. So you have your light oil. I know some people use coconut or shea butter, but you find your oil that you want to use, and then you can use alcohol or witch hazel. I tend to use witch hazel or water. And then you need your poly 80 if you're going to be using a mica, so it don't stick to the tub. And you also need, let me think, Joanna, what else do you need? Oh, a fragrance. So you can use essential oils or fragrance oils. So once you do that, so how I do it is I have my baking soda, and then I have my clay and my salt and my SLSA, which SLSA is a foaming agent, so it gives it nice and bubbles, so they'd be considered a bubble bomb. So let's measure out the ingredients and let's get making. So the first thing we do is I use a bunch of these buckets, which you see in all kinds of dollar stores. So I start with one of my buckets and I measure out my baking soda and then all my clays and then my liquid. So let me do that and then we will come back. Now that all the ingredients are measured out, let me show you how my workstation looks. I use squeeze bottles for how to measure out all my ingredients. So this has witch hazel, this has poly 80, this has my light oil in it, and then that way I'm able to just squeeze. So what I do is I measure my oils or my liquids on here, and then as I carry it out, and then I pour it into this. So then that way there is no chance of me accidentally adding too much liquid. And then this is my baking soda, this is all my additives, and then I store my additives in these little crates. So I have, fine Epsom salt, and then kaolin clay, and then SLSA, and then my color is all in this bucket. This is all baking soda, my liquid, and then this right here is all citric acid. And by doing this, you're able to work ahead. You can even use Ziploc bags and put all of your baking soda and your additives, clays and stuff in one bag, and then a bag of just your citric. That way you're able to just do one batch after another and it's productive. So let's go ahead, and this is my foreign mixer. So what I do is I dump the baking soda into it. Hold on. let me put this stuff is airborne. Isn't this cute? I got a bunch of these from TBK Trading. I love them. The color that we're using is called Pro Pink, by the way. Okay, so I hope you can still hear me. I'm going to scream. Okay, now that we have our baking soda in, this is the trick that I learned that I absolutely love. And so I have all my other mixture, I put it in, then I mix the color in so that way it's consistent. And then I take all my liquids, I mix that over the top, pour the whole thing in. And then I scrape out the poly 80 because that's always at the bottom. And then I start the mixer. I look like a pretty duck. So good when you mix. Okay, so we're gonna turn it down and we're going to mix, and then we're gonna turn it up. Okay, now that all the powder is kind of dissipated, I'm gonna take this off, and we are going to turn this off and add in our citric acid. Okay, turn it back on. Okay. Pull this off. Set it on the stainless steel chair. And then we're going to take our hand and we're going to get it along the bottom and make sure everything is mixed in. Okay. Then we're going to use our dough pan, aka soap mode, aka holder to hold all of our bath bomb mix and keep this area clean. I use these pans for everything. And then mix those up again really nice. At this point, if you wanted, you could use some botanicals at the bottom of your molds. You can add, do some colored Epsom salt. All that is taking some Epsom salt and adding your color to alcohol and spritzing the Epsom salt so that it absorbs that color in. Let me show you what those look like. The fragrance that we're using is Rosebud from Mad Oil. So you just take this and you add a little bit to the bottom. Okay. I have many colors. Oh, I forgot to talk about this. I line or put this little bit of this on. I will break down what this is. I can't pronounce it. But I put this on a rag, and I've already done this with all my molds. And all you do is you just put a little bit of slip onto your mold. So you do this first before you start. I wanted to make sure I let you know that. Okay, now that my mix is done, I'm going to take it off of the peg. Put this on the side, and now we're going to fill. So take the mix, pour it over the top. Once we have the mixture over the whole thing, make sure we have it on the whole thing, just lightly. And now we're going to take the tops and we're going to put it on, twist, and push. So push and push. Okay, and then we'll come back and we will press. Now that the press is filled, we're gonna lift it up and we're gonna put it onto the mold. I meant onto the press. And then this right here, you push back and then there's the safety. And so we're gonna do that. So we're gonna let it sit there for a little bit and compress. My air compressor is at about 125 PSI. And we're just gonna do that and then we're gonna do it one more time. Okay, after we do this, we're gonna take it and we are gonna line it up on here. What I've been doing is I've been taking it out, removing one bath bomb, and then that way I have a guide. So I'm gonna remove one bath bomb. Okay, come on, baby. Don't embarrass me. Woohoo! Okay, and see, now we have that beautiful Epsom salt on the top. And we're gonna knock, knock. Whoops, see, I'm just gonna pat it down a little bit. And then we're gonna bring it over here onto the egg. So we're gonna take our press bombs, set it on top of the plate, and we're gonna go side to side and lift them up. Okay, so then we're gonna pop them up, knock it lightly, set these back into the press. Not happy with that one, but you know, we'll continue. So let's try another roll. Oops, mistake. That's okay. It happens. So that's gonna get repacked. So okay. Knock, 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 knock. Who's there? The soap gal. Okay. And then see that right there is a perfect bath bomb. And then set it over here, and let's do it again. Knock, 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 knock. Beautiful bath bomb. So let's do it one more time. Whoops, not so good. That one I will move to the side. But we're pressing 16 at a time, so even if we don't get them all perfect, it's still lots better than anything else out there on the market at this time. So, put it back in place. Let's knock that. Knock, knock. Okay. Perfect. All right. So now I'm going to show you some different ways that you can decorate this. I know that this needs to dry, but I'm not going to let it dry. I'm just going to go right in and show you. Okay. So in here, so I've already showed you, you have your decorative salts you can do. You can do little candies and stuff. But I like to make sure you do stuff that will dissolve in the water. You can also do botanicals. You can do multiple colors. But what we're going to do is in here, I have some mica and alcohol. And we're going to take a pipette and we're going to fill the pipette with the alcohol, and we are going to just do a drizzle. So nice and cute and pretty. And let's do another drizzle. So that you can do this in many different colors. It's really pretty and cutesy, and it also changes the color. You can also do embeds in your bath bombs. That's like multiple colors or toys. I mean, it just goes on and on of all the different creativity things that you can do with your bath bomb. I have another color of mica. This is silver. So all of these colors is, when you do colors, you want to make sure that they're lip and eyeshadow safe. If it's safe in one of those, most likely it's going to be okay to use it in a bath bomb. So I'm going to just lightly drizzle this one. So it's a couple colors. Woo, that's pretty. So, and this is just this one. So I like to just, you can do it with a paintbrush too, but I've just found out that just doing the drizzle works best. I hope you enjoyed this video and thought it was the bomb. My name is Joanna Couch. I am the Soap Gal. So here it goes. So yes, I would say it floats.